In the center of the city, there was a bus station. Every day at 6 o'clock in the evening, an old man would sit on the bench at the station right on time. He always left the left side of the bench empty, as if he were waiting for someone. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew by, lifting the old man's hat. And in that moment, his thoughts flew back to 60 years ago. Back then, he was still a young man who almost missed his date because he was late. But the woman didn't get angry. Instead, she took out a hat and gave it to him. From then on, the woman would always sit on the left side of the bench, so she could be the first to see the man when he arrived. One day, the man took out a ring and put it on the woman's finger. From that day on, they became a family. But their happy days didn't last long. The man was drafted to fight on the front lines. On the day he had to leave his wife, they hugged each other at the station. When the bus drove away, you could see that the woman was already pregnant. After that, the woman would often come to the station and sit there, just waiting for the man to come home. Later, when their child was born, the woman would often hold the child and wait at the station. But as the child grew up, the man never returned. 5 years later, a bus pulled into the station. The man had come back. The moment they saw each other, the man dropped his luggage and hugged his wife tightly. The child, seeing his father for the first time, excitedly put the hat on the man's head. The family was finally reunited. But at that moment, the old man couldn't feel happy. It turned out that 10 years later, the woman suddenly fell seriously ill. The man held the woman's hand and they sat together at the station, waiting for the bus called death. In the end, they looked at each other and smiled. The woman got on the bus alone. Until the very end, she couldn't bear to look at her husband. Then the man turned around and became one with the old man again. He was back in reality. But the next second, the old man noticed that his watch had stopped. He helplessly scratched his head and found that his hat was floating above his head. No matter how he tried to push it down, it wouldn't stay on. It wasn't until he took off the hat that he realized he had already passed away. All those scenes were just memories before death. At that moment, a bus slowly pulled up. The old man's face was full of shock. It was the woman who had come to get him. They hugged again, just like they had decades ago. Maybe those who leave first just get on the bus earlier. And when our time comes, they will come to pick us up on that bus.